Seth here. Oh, so I've been yapping for 1 hour and 40 minutes? Why didn't people tell me that? Why am I on slow mode? I'm not slow to use slow mode. What? I'm not like that. Am I like that? I'm not like that. Don't put me on slow mode. Whenever I see slow mode, I feel like, am I that slow? Am I that dumb? Do I read so slow, bro? Not really, surely not. Hey guys, Seth here. Prey 2017 review. Wait. There's an old Prey? For real? What's up with this? What the fuck? Wait, do you guys see my mouse? No, you guys don't. What the heck? We don't talk about time travel.
Hey people, Seth here.
Hey people! Oh my god! That's a fat ass, if I do say so myself. You guys see this? Wait, you guys can see my mouse now. That's a fat ass. Wait. Can you hear it? Alright. That doesn't feel right. 10 years old? What do you mean? It's 8 months ago. It was posted 8 months ago. What are you talking about? Oh, Prey, you mean? Maybe. 2017 feels so long. What are the 2017 games, actually? I don't remember. Prey was remade recently. 2000. There's a movie about Prey? I didn't know that. What the hell? We should watch it, to be honest. Well, actually, if I do see that, it's cool, probably. Okay, we're gonna be watching Prey. Hey. Oh, I missed the second hey, my bad.
Hey people, Seth here. What's the most painful human experience? Many would say childbirth, but that only produces 48% of the pain of being an immersive sim fan. This is a cursed genre. Anyone who attempts it dies. Looking Glass, dead. Troika, dead. Ion Storm, acquired. And Arcane is currently decomposing in a corporate merger. But before that, they put out a masterpiece. I know, this was news to me too. So why have I never heard of it?
Peggy 18.
Because of a name. That is Prey.
Wait, what?
2017.
Wait, sorry. I was sorry, my brain is my brain is working overtime.
Decomposing in a corporate
So
merger.
someone bought
but before
Prey?
that, they put out a masterpiece. I know, this was news to me too. So why have I never heard of it?
Peggy 18.
Because of a name.
Peggy
that
the
is
Sweet.
Prey.
Arcane
2017.
Bethesda.
Not to be confused with Prey 2006 or Prey 2014 the TV show or Prey 2022 the movie. The optimal title is right in front of us. It's a successor to System Shock that's about the mind. Psychoscope. But was renamed by Bethesda Softworks, a ZeniMax corporation, because they had the IP sitting there for 10 years and didn't know what else to do with it. This game has no discoverability or brand identity, at least with some series.
To be fair, maybe that's why. It's like Prey. Didn't I heard of Prey before? And then it turns out it's not the Prey that you're looking.
They had the IP sitting there for 10
it's
years
not the
and
Prey
didn't
that
know
you're
what else to
thinking
do
about.
with it. This game has no discoverability or brand.
Oh, wait! I remember this. Wait! I remember the movie now. It's from the Predator. It's a Predator film. Fuck. Yeah, we watched this before, didn't we? The Prey movie. Yeah, the Predators. What the fuck? Okay, wait. Okay, so no brand identity because there's a Predator film, there's another Prey thingy, and then there's the remaster.
At least with some series.
What
If you
the
told
fuck
me
is
that it was going to be...
Wait, this is Dragon's Dogma, is it not? Am I doing it? Is it?
Playing a stealth game where the objective is to blend in with a crowd. As the only black man in Japan, I would tell you, based on the stock price, I kind of expected that. Similarly, if you told me a Jewish man was about to shill VPNs for his personal gain, I also expected that. Would you let a stranger watch your children? Would you share intimate details of your life with a trash collector? Should you give your local tweaker your social security number? This is more than a hypothetical. It's how I've lived my life for the past 20 years. But now, my children are missing, my bank account is frozen, and my identity has been stolen. I've tried calling, but they insist they're not missing. They have a new dad, and he's more me than I'll ever be. I've since learned from my mistakes, and I keep my new, better children safe with ExpressVPN.
Oh my god, it's a
every time you connect to an unencrypted network, be it at a cafe,
what
the
are we
airport,
in
or
on
even
about?
your hotel room. Your online data is not secure.
What
Anyone
are we
with a
in
little
on
know-how
about?
can see everything you're
Seth,
doing and
excuse
steal
me?
your personal data. Order a pizza to your room. There goes
Oh
your
my god,
credit
my
card
brain
number.
is
Tell
not
your boss
breathing.
your
What the
flight got delayed. There goes your email. Need to take an important Zoom call while you're out and about. There goes your voice and likeness. Now,
Many
someone
types
is
of
using their new
predator.
deepfake to convince
Yeah,
grandma to
have
send
you guys heard
$5,000
of
for
the
bail money
predator
right now. And if they
predators?
don't use it, they
That's
can just
pretty cool,
sell it to
actually.
somebody who will. But with ExpressVPN running in the background,
love it.
you're
Wait, is
protected
it
thanks to the
actually
fact
it?
that all of your internet traffic is routed through a secure
Oh, part
encrypted
of it? I
tunnel.
don't
So
even know.
secure, in fact, the sun will go out before any
even
supercomputer
know.
can crack it. And all it takes is
Hello.
one click. ExpressVPN works on
Hello.
all your devices, so you can
That's
stay
why it
secure
needs
no
to be
matter
said
what you're doing.
2017 just to
Personally,
be
I get the most use out of it by posting anonymously. While pretending to be from another country. French Canadians deserve their reputation, but I'd like to think, in some small way,
What are we
I
talking about?
contributed. And this
What
would
are we
not be
talking
possible
about?
without ExpressVPN. Find out how you can get 4 months
Let's
free by
go.
scanning the QR code on screen,
Sorry,
clicking the link
I
in the
use
description
exit
box
lag,
below, or
guys.
by
I'm so
going to
sorry.
expressvpn.com/Seth. It's hard to recommend something without explanation. This game is hard to explain without spoilers,
Push
and
the
there
fat
will
man.
be spoilers in about now.
Whoa! We're in a
Who are they?
simulation!
What did they do to me?
What's happening?
They took your foreskin. Now take it back.
What?
What is Prey? I don't know.
bad.
What do you do in Prey? I turn myself into a roll of toilet paper and hide inside the women's bathroom. Because I finished a side quest that puts psychoactive DMT into the drinking water, I can reliably do this for the next few hours. In all seriousness, it's a game of Gmod prop hunt where you get jump scared by filing cabinets.
What the
The
fuck? It's a
difference
horror.
is it's a AAA title that doesn't assume the player to be retarded. Here's how they introduce their first weapon. What does it do? Well, I don't know, but it probably freezes enemies and sticks to walls. Oh look, a corpse I can loot. Good thing there's a conveniently ramp-shaped trail of glue I can climb up. Maybe I can use this weapon to climb on other things in the future. Oh, the path upstairs is locked. Good thing I have this glue cannon. Was I stopped in my tracks to explain how this works? No. Was there an NPC in my ear going, Morgan, squirt your glue to climb upstairs? No. Did I have to demonstrate my understanding
they're
of the
not
weapon and its
spoon
applications in
feeding.
order to proceed? No. The entire game is like this. It presents a number of obstacles, gives you tools to conquer them,
Oh,
then stands
for the
back and
smart
lets you figure it
people,
out yourself. Ultimately, this isn't complicated,
This is,
but I have to
bro,
get
guys, this is the game for the smart people, I guess. Oh my god, they even have the scientific table. That's crazy. That's
praise
crazy.
because video games are a lowbrow
fuck?
field designed for knuckle draggers. After a solar flare knocks us back to the Bronze Age, they will return to their rightful place,
What the
plowing the crops, and I will be a low-ranking overseer until I succumb to typhoid, only to be replaced by a taskmaster twice as cruel. I have no illusions that the peasants will forget me, but in their mind, they will hold the vague idea that things used to be better. But I digress. You are trapped in a space station full of Redditors who say, oh my science, when they see Darwin claws evolving down the chimney. The heaviest weapon is a shotgun, and aliens are eating everyone on board. The glue gun being the first weapon is a message. This isn't a game about blasting everything in sight. Well, actually it is. But first I hot glue them like a Toho figurine before bashing them with a blunt object. It's a game about using your brain, and everyone else's brains too, by injecting
bro.
them.
Can we? Am I fit? What do you guys think? Am I fit for this? Actually, for real? Periodic table of elements. Bro, I call it scientific. I'm so dumb. Okay, this game is not for me. That's for sure. This game is not for. I don't even remember what the sign. Well, I just called it a scientific though. To be fair, maybe it is right, but I just didn't say the elements thingy. I don't know. Do I need an IQ test to like play this game? Surely not. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Directly for your eye socket. This is what the station is designed to produce, outside the jurisdiction of any
Prey.
pesky laws. The Neuromod. The brain is the ultimate pattern recognition device. If it sees a pattern, it forms a new pattern of neurons.
Right.
Thus, it is a physical reflection of your memories,
Right.
experiences, and
Right.
skills, represented by trillions of connections between billions of neurons. With Neuromods, we can
Right.
copy the physical brain structures responsible for individual skills and paste them directly into the brains of others. I can map out
right.
Epstein's brain, inject it, and be very confused, as I recognize every Mossad agent on a first-name basis. Turns out, you can also give people abilities that aren't on the human skill tree, like telekinesis or fireballs, or the ability to morph your body to mimic any small object.
So
How
that's
is
the
this possible?
G
In short,
profile.
Kennedy survived his assassination, and now, because of a misplaced bullet, we're farming aliens from a Soviet satellite. Aliens with magic powers that eat and digest consciousness itself. What could possibly go wrong? Neuromods are this game's upgrade system.
Oh, wow.
You find, craft, and spend them to unlock new abilities
Look at that
of human
UI.
or exotic origin. The game discourages you from taking too many alien abilities by warning you that past a certain threshold, the station's defenses will identify you as a foreign body and shoot on sight. This would be a reasonable
That's
drawback
cool.
if a station had any defenses left. You're making me choose between pyrokinesis and a turret that struggles with the smallest enemy. Neuromods offer a variety of new solutions to different problems. For example, there are a few ways around this, but the most obvious is to use a grounding resistor. With enough repair skill, you could fix the one right there. Or you could go through the enemies downstairs to get to the storage closet, which can be hacked to find a replacement. I, however, did none of these things. I stood in a box, turned into a binder, and slid through a gap in the window. This is a valid solution to most of life's problems. I'm about to be mugged. I turn into an empty bottle and roll down a storm drain. My wife is about to be mugged. I turn into an empty bottle and roll down a storm drain. My wife is asking for a divorce. I turn into a set of stairs and push her down. With these abilities, gameplay becomes a question of using what you have to tackle the problems in front of you. If you need to reach something high up, you can use the jump upgrade, make a gravity well, or mimic an operator and fly there directly. And if nothing else works,
So, like,
you can
the
always rely on the
possibilities
glue
are
gun to build
endless.
yourself a staircase. However, enemies respawn. Ammo does not. So you need to make careful use of resources. Thankfully, we have another great mechanic to help us with that: recycling. Any item can be dropped into the recycler and broken down into its constituent matter. This can be fed into a fabricator to 3D print any schematic you possess. This solves a major issue with survival games. When you have limited resources and tough enemies, you're encouraged to make every bullet count. But with a variety of ammunition,
That's
you feel the need to carry
cool.
every single weapon and overload yourself in the process.
kinda cool.
Recycling fixes this by converting items you don't use into
Yeah.
items you do. Normally, games
do we
achieve
not
this
do
by
that
letting you
anymore?
sell
Do
equipment
we
that
not do
designers
that?
completely lose
Yeah,
control
it's
of
sell
the
and
player.
then
How
buy, yeah.
do you stop someone from shooting everything and encourage them to experiment if they've already sold all the fun toys for more shotgun ammunition?
One thing.
I'm sorry!
Well, there's 4 types of material, so
I'm not a
designers
premium!
completely lose control of the player. How do you stop someone from shooting everything?
It's okay,
and
I'm
encourage them
giving
to
ad revenue
experiment
to
if
Seth.
they've already sold all the
What
fun
do you mean?
toys for more shotgun
What do you
ammunition?
mean?
Well, there's 4 types of material, so items are limited by their total availability. You can't just print one thing. You have to make a conscious choice between different munitions. Okay, now that we've covered
Munitions.
recycling, you have enough context to understand my favorite item in the entire game. Instead of a regular grenade, Prey has the recycler charge, which creates a spatial vortex that sucks everything in and
Whoa.
recycles it. This includes every single physics object you see. This is the beginning of my descent, because the moment I get hold
Wait,
of a
wait, what is
vortex
it?
that sucks every
A
a
wa-
spatial vortex that sucks everything in and recycles
It's like
it.
a
With
instant
recycling, you have enough
recycle,
context to understand my favorite item in
Right,
the entire game.
right.
Instead of a regular grenade, Prey has the recycler charge, which creates a spatial vortex that sucks everything in and recycles it. This includes every single physics object you see. This is the beginning of my descent, because the moment I get hold of a recycler charge schematic, I stack everything I find on a single floor. I take Materials Expert to get 20% more recycling yield, and implode everything so hard that I print 6 more of them. From here, I
Damn.
go insane and farm
Smart.
every single fab material and craft infinite Neuromods until
Smart.
the schematic DRM kicks in, because the game needs a side quest to pause my power fantasy before I resume and craft every single Neuromod and unlock every ability in the game and break everything forever. I love a good sandbox. Put me inside one, and I'll have those kids paying protection money before
Damn.
recess. I can glaze this game all day, but its biggest weakness is the enemies. All you get is Black Blob and Robot. I guess the budget has to go somewhere. Look, I understand the narrative importance of a 3-hour cutscene where Alex Yu jerks off and moans in the shower,
What the
but
fuck?
halfway into it, when the steam fogs everything up and it's just his ass print against the glass, I really caught myself thinking, could we have an extra alien, please? At least the predominant blob we do get is so interesting, it almost makes up for it. Our perceptions are geared towards ignoring background objects. Mimics abuse this by turning every physics object into a potential ambush. If you get too close or try to pick it up,
Cool.
it'll kill you. They're not as
That's
deadly
kinda
as
cool.
the rest, but they do give you a healthy dose of paranoia.
The horror
Oh,
aspect,
why would there be 2 trash cans?
It's like Froba! that?
Never mind, I think I'm actually retarded. They're fun to fight. They make every environment an interactive clown show where I preemptively attack every piece of furniture. From the security footage, I'm just a man fighting my demons, and no one can tell who's winning. That is, until you get the Psychoscope and upgrade it to scan mimics, removing your suspicion and replacing it with a compulsion to press Z every few seconds. This might sound annoying, but the trade-off is incredibly cathartic. Each time I execute a mimic, I get a muscle memory. It's like I've done this before, and I think I was good at it. The sad thing about mimics is that they're only capable of imitation, so there's no way of knowing if they're really a blob or if they're just conforming to expectations placed on them. Phantoms are humanoid shapes that repeat random phrases from their former host. Thankfully, this game was made before the conception of brain rot. Imagine the primordial fear of hearing the words "Livy Dunn, rizzed up baby Gronk" before being torn apart by your fellow crewmates.
Oh, wait, is this the multiplayer aspect of it? Like, when someone dies, you hear the... Is it or not? Oh, no! So, like, Karen the system. There is
replay. Game was made before the conception of brain rot. Imagine the primordial fear of hearing the words "Livy Dunn."
Is it? Am I right? No, am I not right?
At it. The sad thing about mimics is that they're only capable of imitation.
Like,
so
if you die, they leave a note or whatever? Or like,
way
if
of
you...
knowing if they're really a blob or if they're just conforming to expectations.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe it's just like...
Placed on them. Phantoms are humanoid shapes that repeat random phrases from their former host. Thankfully, this game was made before the conception of brain rot. Imagine the primordial fear of hearing the words "Livy Dunn, rizzed up baby Gronk" before being torn apart by your fellow crewmate. Normal phantoms are very normal, in a sense that normally they'll kinetic blast your health bar within seconds. They also exhibit an anxious, preoccupied attachment style, because the moment they spot you, they tweak out and reappear in front of you. Etheric phantoms blip around at high speed so they can no-clip and smack you in the face. If you try to fight back, they split off into two copies and blip around faster each time you hit them. Luckily, the Q-beam doesn't cause damage. It only excites particles until they explode, at which point you should clear the area, because even in death, this thing will still try to kill you. Thermal phantoms walk up and cook you instantly, forgetting
that looks kind of hard!
You into thinking there's a strategy for their element. There isn't. Despite being a fire extinguisher, the glue gun is actually worse against thermals. Voltaics are the worst, because they do everything listed above and fry all of your electronics. The only answer to the phantom question is analog firepower. Mimics reproduce to become weavers, which float around, turn crewmates into phantoms, and spit out cystoids when threatened. Not that you'd notice, since if you pop their shield, congratulations, you're having a seizure. Lore-wise, they're very important. In gameplay, they're just annoying, and in my case, they still terrify me. Once, I went outside the station to explore in zero gravity, drifted towards the shuttle, and alt F4'd the game, because my screen glitched and my character started screaming in the vacuum of space. This isn't a horror game, but getting jump scared without sound
I feel like it's a horror
make a grown man crinkle in his diapers. Telepaths mind break everyone around them into walking landmines. Knocking them out will break the telepath's influence and save a human life. But remember, every survivor is a lawsuit waiting to happen. You need to kill or incapacitate their victims before attacking them. But even on their own, they can spam homing projectiles and block your abilities. However, this is the perfect time to explain why you're immune to their effects. The Psychoscope. Scanning different aliens with a Psychoscope lets you unlock their abilities. There's a huge variety, they're very fun, and none of them matter whatsoever, because the telepath has the best one in the game. Psychoshock is a 10-second nullification of psionic abilities, which works on anything and everything in the game. And unlike the null wave transmitter, it is virtually infinite. Does this diminish the experience? No, not at all, because technopaths exist. Choosing Typhon powers over being friendly with station security is no longer a dilemma, because technopaths will hack your operators and possess your turrets. In ancient Greece, Perelaus built the brazen bull for Phalaris, only to be cooked by his own torture device. I can't help but feel the same way, as I'm shredded to pieces by the same turret I repaired 5 minutes ago. Good luck killing me, because whoever designed an enemy weak to EMP forgot to consider that flying makes them very resilient to EMP. This, like many interactions, is never explained. For example, the mimic ability. You buy the level 1, turn into a coffee cup, clap your hands, then never use it again. The description implies it's for stealth, but this is a trap written by the aliens to trick you into thinking that's all there is to it. Unexplained fact number 1. You can cast other abilities while mimicked. If someone thinks you're suspicious, obliterate their concern. Unexplained fact number 2. You don't take damage unless you're attacked. As we all know, fire has no effect on cardboard. Levels 2 and 3 let you mimic turrets and operators, but they suck, so why would you ever do that? Because of unexplained fact number 3. Your mimicked form has its own health bar. Once that's drained, it just kicks you back into human form. In other words, you do not take damage while mimicking. All of this would have been really nice to know, like 100 hours ago. The process of making a phantom isn't perfect, and sometimes they come out wrong. If you start hearing spooky music,
guys,
or
wait a minute. There's so many enemies. I forgot all of it.
suddenly crushed against the ceiling,
all of
there's a
it.
poltergeist nearby. Where is he? Let's find out.
Oh my god.
If you're bad at fighting something you can't see, then my condolences. There's a lot of ways to deal with them. You can throw around physics objects, cover them in glue, use the landmine.
Bro, I swear to god, it looks like a horror game, for real. Like an actual horror.
Or just bump into them.
They're incredibly
fun to play, and there's only a couple across the whole game, so you're never expecting it. Your progress never goes unnoticed, and there's no greater flattery than an alien designed specifically to kill you.
Oh my god.
The Nightmare forces you to spend the next 3 minutes of your life playing Alien Isolation.
No!
He's big, he's intimidating, and he's also too big for most corridors. My fright and suspense has become
bro,
more at the notification that I will be harvesting enough exotic material for 2 full Neuromods in the next few seconds.
What is that big
There's also minor enemies here and there, like cystoids. These motion-activated mines are the bane of Adderall users, punishing both the hyperactive and inattentive. For anyone with a degree of self-restraint, they're pathetic, as they are the only enemy in the game to be countered by a foam dart. Later on, you'll also encounter hacked operators. These are initially annoying until you realize they're an infinite source of free materials. It's as if the developers didn't expect players to sit for hours spawn camping the fabricator. But I've already consumed every static object on the map. My recycler charge is crying out, and I need more fuel for the furnace. What is going on? Who's in charge here? As it turns out, you are. You are a you. Morgan you. You've got Alex you and you. Alex is the president, and you are the vice president. Normally, Neuromods are tested on political volunteers. Like this guy.
My name's Aaron.
We're in the lore now.
However, they had the foresight to know that creating an army of superpowered convicts would be a bad idea, so you've been testing them yourself. However, since Neuromods are a modification of your physical brain structure, you can't just take one out and try again. You have to physically reset your brain back to when you first installed it, memories included. The simulation lab was designed to keep you in a perpetual loop of testing by having you relive the same day of your life over and over again, without having to catch you up to speed each time. This went on for many months, but now the aliens are loose. Everything's going to shit, and the vice president of the company is currently a 2-ply sheet of toilet paper. And for all this, your brother insists he can get the situation under control. I wonder who I should trust. My brother, who trapped me in his personal goon cave for a year, the voices in my head, or the voices that used to be in my head. I think we should hear him out. I think we should destroy the station to stop the aliens for good. I think I saw a filing cabinet over there. Add it to the pile. The first half of the game plays out the same as System Shock. If you replace Showdown with a concerned family member who's genuinely trying to stop you from hurting yourself after your needle-induced brain damage, you try to go somewhere, now it stops you, you find a workaround, and repeat. Along the way, the game demonstrates a profound respect for your intelligence. Nobody calls to give you puzzle hints every 5 seconds, or to chastise you for your decisions. And yet, there's
I
still
might
this
need that
feeling
here,
I
bro, I
shake.
swear.
Like I'm being tested, watched. We're losing him. The circumcision scar. It's opening back up.
Hey, you. Finally awake.
Between the trolley problem, feeding convicts to aliens to make Neuromods, and whether you consider these people as survivors or corporate liabilities, there's a clear theme of utilitarianism throughout the story. Is it moral to feed people into a blender if the resultant smoothie would improve the lives of countless others? With that in mind, you'd expect the game to present a series of hollow, cliché choices to trick you into feeling emotional investment. Oh no! My Congolese cobalt mines are failing. Obese American cannot watch TikTok on Chinese vaporware phone. But if I send in more children, I will not have enough militants for my child army. What do we do? In the cafeteria, you'll find a telepath controlling an army of brain slaves, and one guy hiding from them in a kitchen. Will Mitchell. And I don't know about you, but something seems off about this guy. Maybe it's his orcish demeanor. Or the way he clearly makes up a fetch quest for you on the spot. Or the way he looks in his transcribe icon. Or the way he doesn't recognize you, despite having a picture of you in his room, and you being on first name basis with half of a ship. Or the explosive stockpile behind him. Or how you can hear him break something just to give you another fetch quest to do. Or the fact that he's immune to mind control, and the only other documented case of this is a test subject who stockpiled explosives and escaped. Or the fact that Will Mitchell reads as dead on the tracking bracelet system. Or the color of his suit being red, despite suits being color-coded, with red meaning executive. Or the way his suit is near identical to Alex's. Or the way Will Mitchell's tracking bracelet is inside the freezer. Or the way he suspiciously urges you to go into the freezer. Or the way he locks you inside. Or maybe it's the human meat and butchered remains of Will Mitchell in the freezer. But I don't know. Maybe it's suspicious. Thank you, Will Mitchell, for giving me this opportunity to grow as a man. I'll put your best features to good use. In a lesser game, you would either be railroaded into getting trapped or be given a choice in a system that normally doesn't. You'd be so conditioned by essential NPCs that the only way you'd even consider an alternative is if a quest told you you had options to begin with. When Alex locks down the ship, you eject yourself into space and float over to the cargo bay. Unfortunately, there's a hull breach. Until you dock a storage container, the doors won't open. You're supposed to read the serial number, enter it on the computer, and watch it go.
Where are we
However,
at now?
Dr. Deo Igwe is trapped inside a container. There is no dilemma. You need to dock a container to proceed, and docking Igwe's will save him. It's not a question of who you save, him or you, fat man or railroad tracks. It's a question of whether you possess the basic human empathy to expend an iota of conscious effort to save someone. Frankly, I'm offended. How far games have fallen that you don't even have the confidence in me to do the smallest possible act of altruism. I should... Oh hey, what's in here?
Wait, what are you doing? Stop! Stop, damn you, stop!
There's a group of survivors holed inside. They've locked a bunch of aliens in a room you need to go through, and won't open it unless you bring them enough turrets. Based on your build, you have a few different ways to achieve this. Remember to steal everything that isn't bolted down. They won't need it.
Is TranStar mounting a rescue operation?
Maybe not.
So far, we've been talking about basic high school level utilitarian ethics, but obviously, that's not the whole story. If a pregnant woman boards a crowded train, you can't just say, I expended 1,500 calories of effort today chasing women around the park. I deserve to remain seated. You'd look like an asshole. Morality isn't necessarily a universal truth, nor a contract between you and those you affect, but rather between you and society, between you and how you're perceived. If we view it from that lens, the reason you give your seat to the pregnant woman is to be perceived as a moral individual by the other passengers on the train. However, this isn't a train, it's a trolley, and I've already pulled the lever.
So what just he means by that is that he's gonna be chaotic neutral or whatever. Neutral.
Main quest dilemmas aside, there's a few side objectives that require going out of your way to help someone else. For example, your old girlfriend is dying of paraplexis, which is a completely made-up condition, and she actually just swallowed a peanut. She told me to leave her behind, to focus on saving everyone else, and I followed her orders. As Einstein famously said, when a black queen speaks, I listen. Then I came back and found out there's no timer because she's completely fine. So I ventured out into the cold void of space, retrieved her EpiPen, and brought it back. Within a narrow time window of whenever I felt like it. The aliens may have killed half a station, but the real winner of today is humanity.
I can breathe again. And feel my legs.
That's good for you, girl.
I still have some spots in the eye. But those should clear up.
What the? What the hell,
He's been
Seth?
gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing me since day one. He bullies me with his bulbous form and childbearing hips. My pattern-seeking brain is screaming for him to be the villain. He even does the whole "I'm not a bad guy" shtick. However, he's not lying. He is on your side. It's just that your brain's been so thoroughly scrambled that nobody knows who you are anymore. You had your memory wiped over and over and over again, and every time you did, you came out slightly different. I feel great. I should kill myself. Why do I have an AO free account? And why do all my bookmarks lead to the same slash fiction where Dumbledore impregnates Dobby? This raises an interesting question. You may have started each loop the same, but the brain is not a static organ. We're shaped by our experience, and after a memory wipe, your life is always different, leading you to develop subtly different personalities each time. So, are these the same person, or are they different people? If you make a decision, and then erase all the memories leading up to that decision, was it still you that made it? Can you be held responsible for it? Be sure to let me know. I'm Fury crafting a new DUI defense. If I don't remember it, neither should the judge. Ultimately, this useless hypothetical is up to you, as is the larger question of what you're gonna do about this whole mess.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Do you work with Alex to study the aliens and develop a way to neutralize them? Or do you trigger the station's self-destruct to stop any possibility of them reaching Earth? Personally, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
We failed. This isn't the one.
Start over.
If you got that ending, you may have spoiled yourself on the big twist. You aren't Morgan. Morgan's dead, as is the rest of the world. You are an alien that's been neuromodded to feel empathy, but they have no idea if that even works. So the entire game has been a simulation of Morgan's memories, designed to see how you'd behave in their shoes. Now, I know this sounds like a cliche, but trust me, it isn't. It was all just a dream. Sucks because it strips a story of any meaning. You are all but told. Alright, show's over, now stop thinking about it. And you do. For a twist like this to be good, it needs to add more meaning than it removed by revealing that everything was fake. And it does. You're not being evaluated for how good of a person you are. You're being evaluated to see if you are a person. If the implanted mirror neurons have bestowed even a shred of humanity upon you. Did you help people because it was the right thing to do? Or because it would help your own survival? It's a much better lens for analyzing player actions than the standard good boy points. Recycling. Every single person you see might not be good, but nobody knows what these things are capable of. For all we know, summary execution could very well be the appropriate containment method. So they're not interested in what you did, so much as why you did it, which can be gleaned from the aggregate of your decisions. If you only help people because they'd be worth more alive than dead, then you wouldn't have bothered to do their personal missions. So naturally, the best thing to do is to take every moral action, prove at every junction that you know what it means to be human, and then kill everyone anyway. Thank you for this new, indomitable human spirit. I'll put it to good use. In my headcanon, which is objectively true, the experiment succeeds. Hear me out. The Typhon Mimic is effectively Ditto from Pokemon, and with implanted mirror neurons, they have a potential to become our greatest companion. I see a bright future, where a fully empathetic Typhon lifeform could pattern, copy, and transform into Fuda Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite.
Tank is a champion we knew from the beginning that we really wanted to have in our game.
We knew this was going to be our first true grappler.
And that is a future worth fighting for. Prey is a great game that runs into issues typical of its genre. Puzzle solving with the resources available to you is fun, until I open the Pandora's box of infinite abilities. You don't need to be creative when you have the optimal solution to every problem.
That's
Why
so cool,
do I bring this
though.
up?
What the heck?
Because the DLC fixes everything. Mooncrash is a semi-roguelike where you play as different characters in their attempts to escape the Pythias moonbase during a containment breach. However, none of them survived. You are actually a hacker, simulating their memories to steal corporate secrets. Why is it called Mooncrash? Because the title spoils the ending. You crash on the moon. Just awful titles all around. With each run, your goal is the same. Get the hell out. Once you do, it's time for the next character to escape.
Where are we?
Except the world is persistent across runs. The first time I played this, I didn't know that. Looted every single piece of equipment and died on the second run from lack of resources. After each character has a run, the simulation resets and you do it again. Each reset randomizes map features such as loot, escape methods, and the location of key items. The longer you spend inside the simulation, the higher the corruption level, which increases the amount and difficulty of threats you'll encounter. Because of this, you need to strategize the order of escape. The engineer can repair the station in preparation for the rest, while the security guard can mop up extra enemies later in the loop. Completing objectives will reward you with points. These can be spent on equipment for later runs, according to the fabrication blueprints you unlocked in previous runs. Every character has their own upgrade tree, forcing you to tackle problems with a limited set of abilities. If you can ignore the fact that moonsharks are 100 decibels louder than anything else in the game, and designed purely to blow out your eardrums, I think you'll enjoy the extra content. In summary,
That's so
Prey
cool,
is probably
though.
the
What
best
the
game
hell?
Arcane ever made. I
How?
can't recommend it enough, because games like this are rare
How
and
long did they
unprofitable
release them?
versus the mountain of slop that executives produce for greater margins. An industry always
so
caters to its
different.
consumer. It's just in this case, I find myself increasingly agreeing with Talmudic rabbinical teachings. The consumer truly is domesticated cattle. If you're interested, enter code ABYSSALEXU to get 90% off on GOG for the next week. It's about $3. It's DRM free. It's literally cheaper than piracy. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
I promised you my arming cape. All I ask is you hear me out first. And you can blow Talos World to pieces if that's what you think is best. I don't think you'll do it. I know. Because I used to think we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me.
So is he already
showed me
dead?
anything was possible.
Or what?
Even if the price was steep. That part of you.
One thinks for 3 seconds.
Brain farted all over the place. Although, bro, actually, wait. The premise is kind of cool. I don't know. Isn't it? Fish John. I'm sorry. It makes sense, right? Kinda. You see that? You know, I feel like this is a game for the smart people. So maybe that's why I kind of understood it. Just joking, not really. Wait, all I understand is that there is a morality here to be said. And that it's like the second dream to the third dream. What do you guys think? That's my conclusion to the story. This is like second dream. What do you think? This is like second dream or something. What do you guys think? Why do people not play it or whatever? Basically, you got the premise right. Right. Wait, did I got it right? I can try to break it all down if we all want. Wait, give me a conclusion, yeah. Wait, conclusion? Or maybe no, wait, but we know the synopsis, right? We are trying to figure out what happened, and then throughout the whole game, we uncovered that we are technically the sister, but turns out we're not the sister, but we are an alien, which is like from the second dream to the third dream type of shit. What do you guys think? Not really, maybe. No, wait. I don't know, actually. It's talking about dangers of unchecked scientific ambition. That is kind of cool, though. I don't know, but like, I like the idea of pushing the boundaries of of humankind. So like that kind of stuff inside the game lore is kind of cool, you know. But the Neuromods is the Neuromods is a way to like improve the brain, right, or something. It's like they're the mods technically to like, you know, you put to like, what do you call that? Improve the brain technically. Anyways, the two siblings were, you know, were like testing Neuromods out, right? Because of wait, but like we didn't technically knew where the aliens come from. I feel maybe that's what it is, because they're experimenting the aliens on the other people and stuff. I am Morgan. Okay, I'm playing as Morgan, and then turns out I'm an alien. Okay, there's only one sibling. Depends on you wanna play as a man. Oh, so you can play as. Holy shit! You can play as Morgan or you can play as Alec. That's kind of cool. So like, if you play as a man, you'll see Morgan at the ending and stuff. Cool. Found by the Russians. Huh? Wait, that was real? Wait. Found there's a space race that didn't. Morgan can be a male or female. Didn't die in Prey 2017's world, so he did more space programs. Oh, I see. That's cool, bro. It's kind of cool. What do you guys think? That's kind of cool. This premise is so cool. What the fuck? and then we turn into a prop hunt. Although I do see the horror elements of it. I'm pretty sure that can be tagged as horror. The amount of stuff that can technically scare you, and maybe you know what the intention of man being, something like that is kind of under horror as well. What are you talking about? The Bible are as mentioned feeds on consciousness. Yeah. So and then the only way to like make them leave is to like make the person unconscious, right? That's technically how you can save them. The closer you are to being a Typhon. Oh. Okay. I think I can kind of understand it now. So technically, you are experimenting these mimics, right? Or is it already Typhons? By like, you're experimenting them in a way that you want to like fuse their powers to humans. So like they tested it on criminals first, and then they tested it onto themselves. But then after the testing, the aliens broke out. So wait, but like that's technically Morgan's memory, which are being played at the end, because probably those people actually got out of that dilemma, that thingy, that disaster, and tried to replicate it all over again. But this time, they're trying to see if an alien can actually become a human. Wait, but like, did they set if... No, wait, never mind. I think humans aren't technically endangered or like extinct at that time. They were technically only testing... they're only testing it on a different space station or something, and then there's technically like humans still from the... There's still humans on Earth type of shit. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was a bit focused on that, my bad. It was so interesting. What do you guys think? What the heck? Earth got nay-nayed. Wait, did the Earth got destroyed? It can't. They tried their last resort as putting emotions to the alien so it can be a bridge for Typhoon to humans. That's cool. What the heck? Typhoon's got to it. You actually... What do you mean? I didn't pay attention. There's just like a lot of like... I know. I kind of brain farted on some parts. I kind of brain farted on some parts, but I feel like I got the basics of the basics, I feel. But like how the game plays out, probably not. They were preparing for a war with the aliens, and you would determine if peace was possible. Oh, yeah, that's good too. That's kind of cool. Oh shit, that's actually pretty cool. Oh my god, what the heck? That's cool. Did they remaster this one? Fucking blast through it all. I'm stopping for breath. Hey guys, Seth here. It takes a while to understand. Earth got destroyed because the giant Typhon escaped the space station and invaded Earth. Is that the one, the big dude? But what is it again? The one that said alien isolation. It's hard to follow if you aren't a big fucking nerd like me. Wait, have you played it, man? The new game, the pre-OG is not... Wait, so it's a different game entirely, right? A new game. Wait, there's another... Wait, 2017 is the new game, technically. But there is a previous Prey thingy. Oh, there's a bigger one. Oh, so technically humans are already extinct, right? That's so cool. What the fuck? Honestly though, I'm not gonna lie, maybe at some point I wouldn't be able to understand, since they technically don't give you hints on like what to do. I'm gonna be like, what does this do? But wait, but like maybe that would probably, you know, test me, bro. Test my brain out, you know? And then you guys will actually figure out, oh my god, Moji is kind of smart, to be honest. I'm surprised. Like, you know, no one's gonna feed me anything, anything, right? No one's gonna give me hints. No, there's no objective. Although technically, I've already figured out the story right now. So like, what do you mean X to doubt? Excuse me? Cause they just slapped the name on this because they have the IP. Wait. It makes wait. Wait. So like, it's an intentional thing that they only slap Prey because you know what? We have the name already. Might as well. Type of shit. Oh my god. Wait, did Bethesda not did they not marketed it that much? What the hell? What the hell? It's a spiritual successor which got a remake. Oh, System Shock got a remake. Mimics have covered the earth with themselves, so Talos used the dead Morgan used to see if they can make a mimic to understand and stop the human extinction. But technically there's no humans no more, is it? Or are there's just a few? There's just a few, and that they're trying to bridge the gap in order for them to feel empathy so that they won't fight it. But no, they didn't technically say that it's a hive mind, that one typhon isn't technically enough to actually make them, hey guys, stop fighting. Fighting with humans is not good. Please show some empathy.